The third teaser for Avengers Doomsday has officially dropped online, and the fourth teaser has already been leaked. Unfortunately, due to the fourth trailer being taken down, I won't be able to show it in this video. However, before we get into the fourth trailer, I want to discuss the X-Men trailer that we got a week ago. We finally have a clear look at some of the footage here, and I think there's a lot to go off of with what might actually happen in this movie. This shot specifically, I think, reveals quite a lot with what might actually happen. I believe this is actually after the shot of Cyclops doing the laser beam. It's very clear at some point the X mansion will be completely destroyed from what looks like Sentinels. This honestly could be Doom controlling them in some way, probably by magic. I honestly don't see any other X-Men villain being in this movie and just for some reason going after the X-Men again. Now in this shot we see Cyclops being very upset. I believe that a lot of the X-Men characters are going to die in this movie, and most likely in this X-Mansion attack. It could be possible that Cyclops is the only one standing, but I refuse to believe that. They're bringing back so many of the X-Men. I don't believe that Cyclops is the only one who's gonna have a ton of screen time and a ton to do. I think a bit of the X-Men are gonna have quite a lot to do in this movie. And I think because of the X-Men that do die, that's gonna make them want to go after Doom and what he's doing. I've seen theories that perhaps Jean Grey is in this movie, but it's not honestly that likely that she is. The main reason why people say that is because Cyclops and Jean Grey have a child together sometimes, and people think there's gonna be this weird plot of Doctor Doom stealing people's children. Honestly, what is it with writers and villains stealing children, man? But I'm not too keen on the idea of Cyclops' kid being in this movie. I think there's already so much going on, and introducing yet another major character in a movie that's already overstuffed with characters. Now I look back at the Xavier sign. It is very clear that this is after the massacre at X Mansion. This is probably someone coming after the X Mansion got completely destroyed. And I believe that this is probably going to be the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. I see the Fantastic Four and the Avengers arriving at the place and then potentially breaking into the X Mansion after it got destroyed. We know that Mr. Fantastic and Nightcrawler might be having a fight scene at some point in this movie. Perhaps the X-Men ambush them in some way, and then we can have this fight between Mr. Fantastic and Nightcrawler and probably all the other characters fighting each other at the same time. I assume that they will come to the senses at some point and probably team up knowing they have a common enemy. But that's all I really have to say about the X-Men trailer and what I gathered from it. Now onto the leaked trailer that is slowly coming into theaters. Now this trailer shows us Shuri as Black Panther voicing over the entire trailer. We also got a shot of Namor probably sitting on his throne. I assume Shuri is going to talk to Namor about this big war that's about to happen. We also got a shot of the female tribe member that I forgot the name of from Wakanda Forever. She is part of Namor's tribe, and we see a interaction between M'Baku and Ben Grimm. Now they are in a location what seems to be just a desert. The screen then goes black, and then we see Shuri doing the Wakanda Forever salute as she's about to enter a ship. And the trailer ends there. Now if you actually look back at the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, you can really piece together how they get to meet the Wakandans. In the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, we see the Fantastic Four coming into the MCU. Now I assume that Doctor Doom has taken Franklin into the MCU for whatever reason, and the Fantastic Four have followed him. And I actually have a theory that the Fantastic Four arrived to Avengers Tower thinking that it's just an alternative Baxter building, as it might be located in the same place as in that universe. And then that's how we get to see the new Avengers and the Fantastic Four meet for the first time. Now I won't be surprised if the new Avengers see the Fantastic Four as a threat at first, but I assume that they will put their differences aside. and the Fantastic Four will probably tell them the threat that Doctor Doom is. I think this will lead the new Avengers to contact Sam Wilson, and Sam Wilson will bring his new Avengers along as well. And I think this is how they go to Wakanda and why. They probably have some meeting about this war that's about to happen with Doom, and then they get to meet in the desert, which is where M'Baku and Ben Grimm have their interaction. Now, the one thing I don't really have a clue on is how does this connect to the X-Men? And do the Fantastic Four actually know who Doctor Doom is? Now, we do know that Latveria does exist in the Fantastic Four's universe, but does that mean that is Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom? I'm not too sure. It could be either Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr., or just a completely different Doctor Doom. It's a little complicated. There's a lot of writing for this movie, and I really hope that it all works out. Anyways, that is all I have to say. Thank you for watching this video. More is to come the more we hear about this film and the other films too. Make sure to use code NEXUS9 in the Fortnite item shop if you want to support me. See you all later. Goodbye.